Hey Scorpio, it is your girl Alex. Hi, how you doing? I hope everybody's doing fine and getting ready for Scorpio season. Anyway, I'm here to bring you messages from the universe. So let's see what God and the universe has for you, Scorpio. God, angels, universe, can you please bless Scorpios with some incredible information? We thank you so much. We love you. Amen. Ooh, Eight of Pentacles. What you working on? What you focused on? Something of great importance. Ooh. Okay, Three of Cups is celebration amongst your friends and tribal members. Nice, son. Come on. Hey. Hey, keep it going. Oh, child. Knight of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. So we got the Queen, we got the King, we got the Ace, we got the Eight, and the, oh, child. Yeah, you're about to get some good news. It feels like recognition. It kind of feels like at least 3 people in your family sing your praises. Hey, Scorpio, thank you so much for changing my flat tire. You the shit. Here's $100, right? Something like that, right? I feel like there are going to be some people who really are going to show you their appreciation. It also kind of feels like a portal of some sorts. Now, let me explain what that is. I'm not talking about this commercial spiritual portal stuff, but it kind of feels like the universe kind of creates a clear path for you to receive. Now, whatever you're doing, I hope you're in a position to receive, but whatever it is that you're doing, it just kind of feels like good is going to come to you. Okay. And I just heard that quote, good comes to those who wait. Good things comes to those who wait. Feels like Scorpio. Yeah, you're about to get some good things. All right. I don't know who's running this reading. I started laughing because I knew the second row was going to be bullshit. And then 10 of Swords. But I do kind of feel like a lot of you are working on yourselves, right? You are trying to really go deep. Oh, sidebar, really quick. Personal readings are still open for like 7 more minutes until September 30th. But I did a reading today for a young lady, and as part of her reading, she was also healed of some stuff, right? So the beautiful thing about my reading specifically is that, number one, you get to talk to her, right, in person. And then the second thing is, if angels are like, oh girl, you got to go deep, you got to flip that pancake, then I go in and I try, with the client's permission, I will go in and try to calibrate and correct some things and balance some things out. So there's that. Yeah, justice. Yeah. It's time, Scorpio. A lot of you have been going through some everyday, good old-fashioned bullshit, right? And I kind of feel like the universe is saying enough is enough on your behalf, okay? Now, what I'm also doing, and not everybody do it at once, what I'm also hearing is that so far this is a great reading, okay? So I kind of feel like great things are going to happen for you. If for some reason you have a Debbie Donald or Dana Downer who wants to come along and steal your shine or inundate you with their bullshit, you have full universal permission to just sting them where the sun don't shine. That you motherfucking right, Beelzebub. Look, this is a fabulous reading, even with the devil on the table, right? My universe, there's no such thing as the devil. There is negative energy. An enormous or abundant amount of negative energy equates to the devil, just like an abundant amount of positive energy equates to the star or the light or the sun, or right? You know what I mean? And angels just said, well, Alex, you bring up a good point in that in the tarot, for those of you who are familiar with the tarot, you have far more positive cards in the tarot than you do negative. Okay. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that positive outweighs negative, or even the reverse, negative outweighs the positive. But it's funny how there are not that many negative cards in the tarot, but those negative cards get all of the energy. So when the devil hits the table, most people will ignore everything around and be like, ew, the devil. Okay. My angels just said somebody is obsessing over you. I almost even hear somebody saying, no, Scorpio, you is mine. Now, cross watcher, I love you. Hey, how you doing? Scorpio loves possession, right? Scorpio loves to be owned, if you will. Not in like the slavery kind of way. But Scorpio loves to be claimed, okay? But also in a certain sense, you got to let Scorpio move how Scorpio's going to move, right? So you can kind of quote unquote claim Scorpio on your taxes, but damn it, let them fly free. They will always find their way home. Scorpio is incredibly loyal. So this obsession card here with the Emperor card, who is controlling, right? Be very careful, because that stinger is always right around the corner. Okay. All right. That's that. There's that. So you have the Eight of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords sometimes represents, just kind of being overwhelmed with a lot of information, communication. Could be overwhelmed with your thoughts, could be overwhelmed. Everybody's coming to you for advice, for information. Everybody's kind of quote unquote leaning on you. And the Eight of Pentacles is really, really, really paying close attention to something of value. So I kind of feel the Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Swords is like, listen, Scorpio, you are fucking phenomenal, but baby, you ain't no savior. You ain't nobody's savior. That's what Jesus is for to Christians, right? Or Buddha or Allah, or you know what I mean? So I kind of feel like a weight is being lifted. I feel like for a lot of you, a weight has been lifted, and now you can kind of breathe breaths of fresh air. Breathe breaths. That's probably not proper. But you can breathe you can get a sense of fresh air. Yeah. Oh, I know. I resonate with that too, angels. My angels just said, Scorpio, although Scorpio is a water sign, you throw a pentacle at Scorpio and you will have a happy Scorpio. And that makes sense. That's why my divine partnership is the King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, King of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, or the Emperor and the Empress, right? Because the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups is almost like earth and water. You know what I mean? It makes a beautiful, soothing, substance, if you will, right? So I kind of feel like Scorpio, justifiably, we are in Libra season. Libra season is going to be a phenomenal season for you, especially related to your Pentacles. Okay. My angels just also said to me too, for a lot of you who are working on yourselves, who are working on not being the victim mode, but being more the victor. For those of you who are pulling yourselves from up under the oppression or pressure of others, those of you who are working on that, universe is going to reward you kindly. Ooh, child. My angels just showed me the mirror, which means that the advice that angels are about to give also applies to me too. So my angels are saying, especially for those of you who we always bless, and then you take those blessings and give them away. I know. I need to go to rehab for that. Could we have a support group for overgivers? Ten of Swords, right? I feel like the universe is wanting you to get your control back. And here's the thing, angels, right? Scorpio, traditionally is a bit arrogant, right? We have that bullshit Mars energy like Aries, and we just think we are the shit. True statement, right? So it's almost like if we receive universal blessings and we keep those to ourselves, we may fucking take flight. It's like Scorpio's already unstoppable, but if you give us love and money, I mean, we would leave the planet. We would probably all go back to Mars. Be like Elon Musk. Let me show you the coordinates. Let me show you how to get there. NASA, everybody, let us show you how to recreate the atmosphere on Mars. What did they say? The scorpion can go a year without food? Wow, that's incredible. The reason why that's relevant is because for many of you, you have been living so much of your life below the curve, right? But you have lived so much of your life struggling, right? Just trying to get to, a certain level. I feel like that's about to pay off. You have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. I feel like for a lot of you, especially from now, maybe until August of 2026, you're going to see a steady cash flow. And this cash flow feels like cash just falling out the sky. Please leave me a comment if you have already started to see just money coming to you out of nowhere, as in, hey, this was a bank error. We took too much out of your account. Here's like $700 back. Please leave me a message if you started to or starting, like even if you watch the video, then it happens later on. If you can, come back to the video and leave that comment about money coming from anywhere. Angels just also showed me too the 2 3s, right? These are my, the Pentacles and Cups are probably my favorite suits in the tarot, next to the Major Arcana. But the 3 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles, this is celebration. And this is also, just kind of a communal community of people coming together to work on something important and of great value. Okay, so here it's almost like if you think about law of attraction, you start working on you, then the universe comes in and starts to kind of work on you as well. And not work on you, but reward you. So you work on you, universe rewards you. I feel like here with the Emperor, I skipped 1 and 3, kind of. But the Emperor and the Devil is almost like, listen, Scorpio Holmes, you got to get this fear bullshit under control, okay? Some of you, and I don't know what's been going on in the universe, because I know there's rarely anything that scares me, okay? Now, if we're talking about like a cicada falling on this table, y'all will see the bitch come out of me like that, all right? As in, I'm gonna get gone. But, when it comes to universal things, demons and the devil and, energy vampires, and I'm of God, right? So as long as God is a thing, which I know he is because I couldn't be here unless he was here, I just believe in him so much that it's like I don't have any room to fear anything else. So with the Emperor and also the Devil here, I kind of feel like the universe is like, hey, Scorpio, why are you so scared of shit? Right? We got your back, okay? I don't know if I'm gonna pull that. But then with the Knight of Swords and the 2 of Cups, you have the Knight of Swords here and the 3 of Cups, Knight of Swords with the 2 of Cups. This to me is almost like people rushing to your aid to let you know how much they love, appreciate, and support you. Now, baby, I'm side-eyeing these cards right now because I'm like, word, people coming to Scorpios. Typically, Scorpio has at least 3 haters. I don't know who the fuck they are. They could be your damn kids. They could be your mama. They could be best friends, co-workers. I don't give a shit. Usually the haters are closest to us, which is really fucked up. But I kind of feel like you're used to haters, right? So that's normal for you. But when people come up to sing your praises, you're like, what you talking about, Willis? What you want, right? Angels also said to me too, be very careful about flaunting money or revealing that you do have money, because yeah, that's when the haters will show. You ever hear, there was a video on Facebook when a lotto hit that 1.7 billion, there was this woman and she came on, she made a video And she was like, listen, things to do when you hit the lotto. She said, number one, change your telephone number. Number two, take a picture of the ticket. Number three, put the ticket in a safety deposit box, right? Number four, go incognito. Okay. So I do kind of feel like for those of you Scorpios who are coming into money, be very careful about what it is that you're sharing with people, because you don't want people just coming to you, trying to butter you up to just get some some of your pentacles. Now, do I need to? Do I need to do a third row? Angels are like, yeah, girl, just go ahead. Okay, thank you. That's Gloria. But I do kind of feel, angels just said you're about to strike it rich. And I feel like the reason why this is happening, because again, for a lot of you, you've been down and out. I feel like for a lot of you, you are changing your perception, right? You are being a lot more receiving, okay? And it's almost like the more receiving you are, the more the universe will look to give you to receive. Again, this is not a reading about perfect English, as if that shit still exists, but this is a reading about taking what resonates. I know, growing up, and we're my Gen Xers, I remember my teacher would always say to me, ain't is not a word, and it's like it is now. Queen of Cups, that's emotional fulfillment. Yeah. You're about to breathe a breath of fresh air. Queen of Cups is an open heart. It almost feels like you not necessarily are forgiving a betrayal, but it's like you're creating space for more love where previously that space was filled with betrayal. It's almost like you're forgiving the sins of people who have hurt you and betrayed you and stabbed you in the back and lied to you and cheated and blah. The World card. For some of you, ooh, child, you could be getting a lot off your mind and a lot off your chest. Now, Crosswatcher, let me tell you something. The stress responses are fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. If Scorpio decides to get something off their chest, more like their tail, please fawn. Just fawn, like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You're so cute. Oh my God. I'm sorry. So, right? Don't test Scorpio. Okay, so that's the Page of Wands. You're about to get a message real quick. I feel like it's going to be more of a universal message than a physical human message. The universal message could come through humans, right? But I do kind of feel like this justice kickoff happened at the beginning of Libra season. Thank you. Ooh, child, the King of Wands. Your passion increases. Okay. There it is again. Justice. We're in Libra season. That's so weird to me. My angels just said near Scorpio season, the scales balance. And I really do think that's because we're in Libra season. And what they're describing to me is almost like Libra as being like your big sister, right? Or big brother coming to your defense, right? Like, think about like, a bully stealing your lunch money, and then your big brother, big sister going to that bully, stealing all of their money, all the money they stole from you, and then giving it back to you like, here, Scorpio. Okay? So yeah, I love that. Ooh, the King of Pentacles. So you're going to get an opportunity that is going to scare the bejesus out of you, right? You know how people are like fear of failure? There's also such a thing as fear of success. And I know I just talked to somebody on a reading call about the fear of success. I feel like, Scorpio, many of you, probably 80% of you watching this reading, are about to be given an opportunity that's going to scare the shit out of you. And again, I feel like it's because the universe is not finally, but annually recognizing who you are. And, you know, I'm not going to have this conversation with my angels while I'm recording. But one question that I have is, why the hell we got to wait till Libra season? Like, why can't that shit happen just all throughout the season? And angels are, they're like, that's just a cycle we gave to Scorpio. So what about like other signs? Talk to me about like Aries, right? How does Aries goes out and gets justice? Okay. So you're talking about Pluto, because Pluto's so far back away from the sun in our solar system. It takes a long time for it to get all the way back there. I got it. All right. I don't say I'm not saying I agree with it, but I understand it. Thank you. So for those of you who didn't understand or catch that, I was basically asking angels, why does it take so long, say for instance, for Scorpio to receive their justice? And my angels were pretty much saying it's because of kind of like the line or the placement that Scorpio is in our universe. Not necessarily from an astrological chart, I think from a more planetary or energetic chart, right? When you think about death and you think about birth, right? Think about when you're born and you live to be 99. You see what I mean? So for Scorpio, the cycle may be 99 years. You know what I mean? As in that life death cycle. So that's why I say, and to an extent for you, Scorpio, it takes so long. And they just said to me too, for some of you, it takes long because you take long, meaning you're transformational. So some of us, especially like myself, when I get it, I got it, I'm good. I don't wait for a portal. I don't wait for a moon. I don't wait for anything. If I'm triggered by something, I go deep, I cleanse it, I move on, right? So my cycles are much quicker. My manifestation is much quicker. My justice cycle could be much quicker just because I'm quicker to heal or evolve, right? But for some of you, as an example, who have been holding on to stuff for 10 months, then your cycle may be 10 months or 10 years. I hope that makes sense. And again, I got that real time. Judgment. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's time, Scorpio. Listen, let me tell you something in very human terms. It's your time, right? And again, I don't feel like this is a Scorpio season thing. I really do feel more like this is a Libra season thing. Is this going to resonate with my Scorpio Libra cuspers? I don't even give a shit. It's going to resonate with every Scorpio it's supposed to resonate with. It's almost like the universe put all of these cards out on the table to say to you, listen, your justice comes when you balance yourself out, right? So if you've been disgruntled for 10 years about the ex who left you for another person, right? And it took you 10 years to get over this person and release that grief. Then the universe is like, all right, girl, dude, now that you're over it, here comes your blessings, right? Can I say to you that every time you heal, every time you overcome something, you get a blessing? I absolutely can. I absolutely can, right? Now, you may say, well, shit, all I got to do is heal to get some blessings. And I would say to you, yeah. And if you go start healing left and right, your blessings will come and, lay heavily down over your life. Okay? Because the universe is a balanced universe. The more balanced you are, and I said this before, if you're lopsided, right? That means something got to roll up to get you, which means it has to go against gravity to get to you. But when you're balanced out, it just rolls right to you. Hope that makes sense. Again, the hand gestures are always free. Okay? Good things are about to come to you. Angels are saying for many of you in 10 days. You are closing out a cycle. Angels are saying to me, be careful who you talk to. Be careful to who you communicate things with and who you share things with. I know, Scorpio, you're a keeper of secrets, so I don't even have to worry about that with y'all. But I also kind of feel like the universe is at this time, and especially going forward, I feel like the universe is wanting you to keep company with birds of a feather. Birds of a feather flock together. If you're happy-go-lucky, your best friend should not be Dana Downer. No, straight up. If you're happy-go-lucky and you laying and you hanging around dry, depressed, depleted, deficient people, you need to cut some of them bastards off. Sorry. I'm just saying, sorry, it is what it is. But my angels are saying for a lot of you, this message is going to echo, right? Meaning the messages and things that you've heard here, you're about to get a message from someone in real life, and it may scare a lot of you. I love everybody who always leaves me a comment talking about, ooh, that was scary accurate. I love those comments. But I feel like some of you are about to experience that in real life, right? Like you may get a message and it's just be like, listen, it could be from your boss, and your boss may pull you to the side, may be like, okay, Keith, I need you to see me in my office tomorrow. Very dark Scorpio's like, oh shit, he about to lay me off. God damn, I shouldn't have stole those staples. Right? And then you go into your boss's office and your boss is like, listen, I've been watching you now for about, a good 6 months. And I noticed that, you're a team player. You always help people out. You haven't been, you haven't missed that many days of work. I just got notification from my boss that we're about to create a new position, and I want to put you in that position. God bless you, Scorpio. If that happens to you, absolutely yes. Come back to this reading with your scary ass and be like, oh my God, Alex, what you said had happened. And you got to use had twice. Had happened. Had happened. All right. Yeah, my angels are saying, especially for those of you who have been in the tunnel and could not see the light at the end of the tunnel, we're about to fuck up the tunnel and blow up the tunnel so all you can see is light. Okay, I know that shit is right. I also feel like for some of you, whether you are currently working or unemployed or are a business owner, I do kind of feel like you are about to become the golden child where maybe 6 people are going to want to work with you, right? It could be 6 new clients. It could be 6 business partners. It could be 6 investors. It just kind of feels like a gang of people right now, Scorpio, are going to flock to you. And I know, a law of attraction, it's almost like, again, when you're profitable or you're abundant, you attract abundance. So I kind of feel like with this King of Wands, 8 of Wands, and King of Pentacles, I kind of feel like if you are a king, regardless of gender, there are going to be about 8 kings who are going to want to work with you. I hope that makes sense. I know my angels say, and then 2 cards down is the Emperor. So I have the King of Wands, I got the King of Pentacles here twice, I have the Emperor, and I got a couple of Knights. And I got 1 Queen. I feel like you're the one to work with. Yeah, I know. I also feel a confession, right? I do need to say that. Because justice is justifiable, right? It's somebody who's done you wrong wanting to come in and make something right. You know what I mean? And by the way, that's the crux of this reading. I'm not necessarily saying the universe has done you wrong, but definitely during Libra season, we're balancing out the scales so Scorpio can have a good birthday season. Oh, wow. Okay, so sidebar. My angels just said, look at the zodiac chart like the fool's journey. Almost like Scorpio is the fool. And then they go meet Sagittarius. And then Sagittarius teaches them about optimism. And then they move over to Capricorn. Capricorn teaches them about hard work and karma and doing the right thing. Oh my God. I gotta look into that. That is so exciting. Oh my God. All right. I know. Okay, so back to your alignment. So you got the Ace of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, and the Justice card. I feel like for a lot of you who are looking for work, work is coming in within the next 3 days to 3 weeks. Okay. Angels are saying if you applied for 3 jobs, you're gonna get 8 interviews. I know my universe is abundant. Universe ain't tit for tat, and universe ain't gonna be like, hey, you get these 3 interviews for the 3 jobs you applied. No, my universe is like, baby, this is Scorpio balanced out. Let's get the rest of this stuff in before Scorpio goes lopsided again. So not only do they bless you, but they bless you big. Shh, rolling my eyes. Emperor, Devil, and the King of Pentacles. For many of you, your fear, always remember, fear and hate are very strong negative vibrations. Okay? So if the universe is blessing you and you have fear present, that fear is going to drain your blessings. Okay? So the universe, again, is saying control your fear so you can get these blessings. Right? Again, Scorpio is suspicious as hell. Oh my God. My angels just said to me, Scorpio will receive a package from Amazon and if Scorpio didn't order the package, Scorpio will be like, here, I didn't order this shit. It could be a bomb in it. Damn dark Scorpio. It could be a bomb. It could be some anthrax. Do they still make anthrax? I'm just saying. Anyway, that was a joke. YouTube and AdSense. Okay. So the Knight of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Chariot. This obviously has everything to do with love. Scorpio, you are the golden child. And again, it feels like all during Libra season, you are the golden child. First of all, you the shit all the time. But for Libra season, you are the golden child. And what does the golden child mean? Everybody wants to be with you and work with you and connect with you and are attracted to you and they just want to be with you. You know what I mean? They want to, I'm not necessarily going to say capitalize off of your energy, but it's almost like you are the beautiful sun on a beautiful spring day and everybody's flocking to the beach to get some of that sun. Okay? And damn it, Scorpio, it's positive. It's not, y'all don't see the Queen of Swords out here, thank Moses. Okay? The Queen of Swords ain't got her ass out here. So there's nothing for you to be suspicious about. This is the universe balancing itself out. And in the process of balancing itself out, it's almost like it owes you. I don't like the word owes. I'll use it though. It's almost like thank you. Angels just said reconcile. Universe is reconciling its books. And it's like, you know what? We paid everybody except for Scorpio. Okay, well, you know what? Scorpio's next to be paid. You know what? We do have a surplus and I got to get rid of this so I don't get audited. Let me just give Scorpio an extra 500 million or 5,000 just so I could level my books. Literally, that's what this message feels like. Now, I'm going to pull my Moonology cards. Typically, Moonology follows up and reconfirms with the reading. Some of y'all is like, well, what about the Queen of Pentacles? Queen of Pentacles has to do with financial stability. Many of you for Libra season are going to achieve financial stability. And you're going to be able to come out of this slump and move forward happily, right? It's almost like the universe is turning over a new leaf on your behalf, prepping you for your incredible birthday season. And yeah, like, again, receive. Let me put the cards down. Receive. Get ready for it. Okay? And don't be suspicious. Queen of Wands holding her sword and her hand out. I wish a bitch would. Scorpio. Don't be like the Queen of Swords. Okay? Don't be the Queen of Swords. Be the King of Pentacles. Okay? All right. Here we go. Look. You're very close to achieving your goal. Just work on the Ten of Swords. And the tens in the tarot represent closing out a cycle, completing something. So for those of you, oh, woe is me. I always give people and they don't give me. The universe is like, shut that shit up and take these blessings. I know that's right. Look at this. Believe in the impossible. I told somebody the other day on the reading call, the key to law of attraction, the key to attracting anything is belief. It's like your superpower, one of them. Oh, look. You saw me shuffling them and it came out again. You're very close to achieving your goal. Universe is echoing that message. Well, thank you for that confirmation. Remember, I said earlier in the reading, many of you may speak to somebody and they may echo this. You know, y'all, angels. I just love y'all. All right. I can't make this up. Be in a position of receiving. Let those 10 swords go. I said it. I asked it before in another reading. I said, are those 10 of swords really inside of you? Right? Or are you holding the 10 swords up? It wasn't this row. Was it this row? It wasn't this row. It's like the 10 swords. Look, why the blood not gushing out? Right? Is that a pool of blood? That is a pool of blood. My bad. Right? It's almost like, are the 10 swords in you, or are you just holding the 10 swords up? Okay. As in that victim mentality. So for a lot of you, you could be finally releasing the victim mentality, as in, you know what? Bad things happen to everybody. So, you know, whatever happened to me 10, 15, 20 years ago, hey, it is what it is. I'm finally letting that shit go. Please be one of those people who says that. Look, I ain't even pulling from the right. Oh, look, I can't. I ain't even pulling from the right place on the deck. Work through your fears. Y'all notice that these are both Scorpio cards, right? So the universe is saying it's time to release negativity and work through your fears. Yeah, that venom, that toxicity, right? Angels are saying, absolutely yes. Scorpio will sting themselves, okay? But surely they don't have to, okay? Whatever the venom that you're holding into your heart, grudges, unforgiveness, anger, pain, very high vibrating negative energy, by the way. You and your loved ones are safe. I love that. That's it. I ain't got nothing else to say. Well, good night. All right, angels. I'll see y'all in 2 seconds. If it resonated, y'all know what to do. I love you so much, Scorpio. Bye.